Hello, fleshies! Today's tale takes you out into a national forest, where two unsuspecting hikers will hear something that will change their lives forever. Can you believe that Nature Guy X46 is still hiding out in his blanket fort? The poor guy doesn't want to hear anything strange today. I just don't know about him. Anyway, fleshies, today's tale is going to make you walk a very different path today. And now, fleshies, pull up your favorite tombstone, grab a snack, and enjoy crying. Do you hear it? Olivia and Jonah Thomas are hiking a trail that they have seemingly ignored since moving to the area a year ago. It's in a national forest that is located 25 miles away from where they live. And it's one of those hidden gems that you find if you know where to look. The couple loves finding new places to hike and explore. The trail that they've picked will take them past some old houses, through orchards, and through some amazing old growth forest. It's sure to be a great spot for photos. It's a pretty amazing place. It's also rarely visited. At least, that is what the rangers are saying. It's highly possible that it's rarely visited also makes it one of the most beautiful gems that you only read about in books. Olivia and Jonah start hiking along the path. The trail looks great as it crisscrosses with a creek. Olivia prides herself on her photography skills while her husband is out looking for new birds to add to his life list. They are enjoying their walk, and they are quite happy, pausing to take pictures or pausing to look through the binoculars. Now they're emerging into an orchard of old apple trees. The pair pauses to take in the view. As they pause in the orchard, they start seeing some of the buildings that are mentioned in the trail guide. These buildings are not the originals, but they are modeled after the originals. There's also people here who are reenacting the lives of the people who lived here during the early 1800s. They tour the buildings, hear about the lives of the people, and even get a chance to taste some desserts from the day. After the orchard and the buildings, they enter the forest again. And as they move through the forest, Olivia is busy taking pictures, while her husband notices that the birds have gone quiet, which he thinks is odd. A slight cold breeze is felt, which again is odd considering it's a warm 70-degree day. The pair continue their hike. The trail now follows along the river. The couple had experienced something that neither one of them knew anything about. The birds knew what it was. As they move along the trail, more buildings come into view. The trees seem to be hiding something. This time, there is something in the air. Olivia and Jonah Both feel something. Something is there, but they don't know what it is. In the span of 10 minutes, they move through the forest and into a restored prairie. And as they move through this section of trail, they start to feel uneasy. Still, there are not any dangerous animals around, so they keep walking. Though Jonah, in response to this unease, moves to the back of his wife, so he can see her at all times. Olivia is still taking pictures. Whenever she sees something that deserves being caught on camera. For the next 10 minutes, they will be back amongst the trees, just before they enter yet another clearing. Despite the odd occurrence earlier, and this troubling feeling, neither one of them is sorry for coming here. In the clearing, there are 3 pear trees, but that isn't what caught their attention. From the minute they arrived in the clearing, they've heard something that has the couple very troubled. The cries of an infant can be heard. It's the cries of a newborn, high-pitched and wailing. There's also the smell of smoke. Not just burning wood, but something else that they can't identify. They place the cries coming from what seems like a strange location, but it's coming from a burned out home. They panic and run as quickly as they can, expecting to find a baby. What they find is scorched earth. But now the crying has stopped. In fact, it stopped the minute that they entered the burned out house. Now they're shocked. Shocked that a baby was clearly crying. Shocked that they experienced what seems to be a crying baby ghost. If they had bothered to dig a little bit deeper, they might have known this portion of the trail is known as the crybaby yard. Olivia and Jonah finished the trail in silence, without lifting a camera or the pair of binoculars. They just looked at the map and took a different route. Back to their car. Neither one of them could believe what they heard coming from the burned out house. If they had not heard about the crying, they wouldn't have believed it. When they got home, they wrote down their accounts and then sealed them up inside an envelope. The memory of the place stood with them for a very long time. Sometimes they wished they knew more about the burned out home and the crying baby. You have me to fill in the blanks. See, the mother laid the baby down for the night, and later that night the father got up to check on the baby. She was crying. He left the candle, forgetting to turn it out, next to the curtains. Sometime before morning, the curtains caught fire, and soon the flames engulfed the room. It is said that everyone else in the house got out, except for the infant. No one could get into the room to save the little one. Now for eternity, he cries for help, only stopping when someone enters his home to rescue him. The end. Well, fleshies, That was quite the story. I think this one might be the most emotional story that I've read on my channel. Who knew Nature Guy X46 had this in him? Kind of makes you want to hike this trail by yourself, huh? That is going to be my Christmas gift to Nature Guy X46. His very own crying newborn alarm on his phone. What do you think? I bet he would be hanging from the ceiling anyway. Well, with his fingernails. You people are morbid. Anyway, I'm craving some sleep in my box. Warning, the next story may be the darkest story I've ever shared with you. It may also give me some hate, so just enjoy it while you can. Oh, and next time you're hiking in the woods and the birds get quiet, you might just be lucky, because there might be one of my friends waiting to say hello. Until next time, plushies, have pleasant nightmares until we meet again. Goodbye, plushies.